Kani kadai ka Batisi TV, bat pidang pet ya ka kubor baman kasni, belawan rasha pi da ka rupa, ringkat bat ka orange Nissan, lom sokpo near Fire Brigade Shillong.
New Nissan Kicks. Bookings open now.
Menteri Ramba ke Jelau Konrad K Sangma ula kubur baka sorkar jela kadon hapedeng ke jinghiran ke pisa ke belaja omtang mentau senem arjar khat kendai nregani kalaja nadu kisan bat ki henriu teli ki senem ki balalik no haka jing ekren bat ki lat pathai kubor haka arpusan terik urisau arjar khat kendai Menteri Ramba ula yatu baka ni ke jinghiran pisa kamshem laja satya tang ya ke jela Meghalaya nrei kalajaru wat haki wei ki jela jonggari India. Shushu ula ong baka jingban kia ya ke sorkar kadairu namar baka haban siawi ya ki tulop ki bakot da ki pau hajar klor se ki nohikai bad ya ki baibam temen se ki nong trei sorkar ki bala shong thai na ka kam.
You see, whether it's our state or any state that is there in the country, financial challenges are always there. But from the current position in our state, there are committed liabilities and expenditures that we have. And we've been very clear from day one that those committed liabilities and expenditures will be paid. There's no question of any kind of difficulty in meeting those committed liabilities and committed expenditures. Having said that, the past many years have been, 5-6 years have been very tough for the state government. And before that has been tough. We had issues of the 14th Finance Commission. There was a huge issue of the revenue cap grant being very less for us compared to other states, simply because we had a higher revenue incomes in terms of our tax and non-tax revenue, so which led to the 14th Finance Commission reducing the revenue cap grant, and then post the the devolution of the award of the 14th Finance Commission, our NGT ban took place. So we had a double whammy in the sense that we did not get the the revenue cap grant, neither did we get the revenue from non-tax revenue from the royalties. So therefore these kind of situations have led to a very revenue kind of crunch that took place at that point, and again because of areas which were beyond the control of state government in general. Apart from that, last few years we have seen that the 5th Finance Commission has been there on us, which has led to almost close to 1,000 crores of additional expenditure on salaries and pensions and other benefits over and above the current one to the state government. So this has again added an additional burden on the state government. At the same time, we have also seen that the devolution of taxes that took place under the 14th Finance Commission, that also led to a large decrease in the amount of net inflow that came into the state, minusing the central schemes as well as the devolution of taxes. So all these kind of events has led to a lot of, I should say, revenue pressure on the state government for the past 5 to 6 years. It's not about this year alone. It's been happening for quite some time. But in spite of that, the state government has ensured that the committed liabilities, especially when it comes to things like the salaries of the employees, comes to the pension of the employees, comes to the interest payments that you have to make to banks, the basic infrastructural expenditures that we have to incur, all of these are taken care of. But over and above that, there have been different commitments made in the past. I don't want to comment on them. A lot of sanctions being made out of turn in many projects, sometimes going beyond the bank of sanction that is allowed. So all these kind of things have happened in the past, which has ultimately led to all the financial burden lining up in the past 10 years and leading to a large increase in payments to contractors which are pending, or payments to other infrastructural projects that are pending. So those kind of issues are areas where we need to balance out. So therefore, yes, overall it's always been a case that state governments do face this kind of financial difficulties time and again. It has been slightly more for the state government because of these points that I mentioned to you earlier. But in spite of all of that, we've ensured that our committed liabilities are met. Number two, more importantly, we have also ensured that the state government's own revenue has seen a jump of almost 17% in the last 1 year since we took over. I think that's a very important point that should be noted. And not only that, we have a target of ensuring that we at least jump up by another 30% in this financial year. So these are kind of targets that we have, and we are trying to push this forward. And I hope that we'll be able to achieve these targets also. And therefore, to answer your question in short, that financial challenges are always there, but it's not that we are facing a complete financial, logjam or a crunch that has been mentioned by you. No, there are no problems to run day-to-day affair. I think you have to define what day-to-day affair means. And day-to-day affair means the running of the offices, payment of the salaries, all these things. There is no issue and there will not be an issue in that at all. But yes, as I said, there are bills today that we are being pending since 2005, 2006, 2007, 2008. And today if you're asking me that, well, we're facing difficulty to clear the bills of 2005, I say yes, maybe we'll have to see this challenge, because there are, programs that we started last year, programs we started this year, and then, last 5-6 years commitments are there. And suddenly you bring in a commitment that was, a project was started in 2005, and you tell me that, well, these are the day-to-day expenditures we cannot pay. Yes, those are challenges. But I think you need to classify what you mean by the day-to-day challenge. But these are facts. These are not about passing. I'm not blaming them. I'm just telling you the facts, that this is what has happened. And therefore, we cannot ignore those facts. I never blamed. I'm very careful in any statement I make and never blame anybody. It is our responsibility as a government to carry the work forward, and we are doing that. As I said, there is no fund crunch. Let me be very clear. I think I've already mentioned this in my statement earlier. There is no fund crunch. There are challenges that we face, and these challenges will keep coming and going. These are things, as I said, past financial commitments have been there, which have been to a very large extent, been pending for a long time. And for me to say that I will be able to clear all the backlogs of the past 20 years within a year or two is unfair to, on us also, and on the people also, and on the government as a whole. So therefore, it will take time to smoothen out, but we will ensure that we move in a balanced manner, there where the committed liabilities are met. At the same time, we ensure that the development process also does not suffer.